Today I have 1-minute habits that are going to help you run your bookkeeping business more efficiently. I've seen a few people do this trend on YouTube and I was like, yeah, 1 minute, I can totally do those. The first one I have is prep your workspace. You've probably felt overwhelmed before working in a cluttered space and it just doesn't feel good. So if I can just take 1 minute either in the morning or sometimes I'll do it the night before and just clear up my workspace, that really does go a long way in helping my motivation and productivity. My office here kind of becomes a dumping ground a lot of times. This closet holds a lot of random stuff like gifts and a few toys and some wrapping paper and office supplies. So sometimes we'll just throw stuff in the office or on this desk. I always have a bunch of wires here. Like I feel like no matter how many times I clean up the wires, they're always messy. So I need to find a better solution for that too. My next 1-minute tip I called say it out loud. So I started doing this. I will ahead of time make a plan for my day for the next day, and then I'll say to someone in my family what I'm going to do that day. So maybe I'll tell my husband today I'm going to finish all the tasks I need to do for this certain client. And honestly, he doesn't like super care about that and he probably won't follow up, but it's more like when I say it out loud and kind of feel like I have some sense of accountability, that really helps. Other ways you might interpret this concept is maybe you write that to-do list, you write your 3-item to-do list for the day and that's your accountability to yourself. Maybe you do a little micro visualization. Today I'm going to sit down at my desk, open up my QuickBooks, open to this client, categorize all their bank transactions, and then I am going to send that ask my accountant to the client and grab their bank statements from the bank and reconcile those accounts. I've said this before, but knowing what I'm going to do ahead of time really helps my brain prepare and get in the mood for those tasks. Check out my website, FinePoints.biz. My name is Morgan, and I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel for a new bookkeeper video each week. And if you find it a little intimidating to get new bookkeeping clients, I have a free masterclass about how I got my first 3 clients. So definitely check that out. It's totally free. There's a link to it in the description box. Number 3 is batch tasks. So you might want to do this by client, like finish all one client, or you might want to do it by task. So maybe you want to do all of your reconciliations on one day, all of your categorizing on one day, all of your bill pay on one day. As a bookkeeper, I do prefer to do it by client because I feel like I just get in that one client's headspace and then just remember all the nuances about that client. And also sometimes it can be boring if you're just only doing one bookkeeper task for 5 hours, your whole day. And of course, we all know that email is a really good one to batch as well. So set a time of your day. Don't just let email interrupt you all throughout your day. Next one is delegate tasks. So this might take longer than a minute to set up, but then once you get your system down, it's super quick and it saves so much time. So I do have a video all about hiring. The thumbnail looks like that if you want to watch it after this one. That talks all about how a solo bookkeeper can outsource some of the tasks. You do not have to hire a full-time employee. Maybe you just want to grab someone a couple hours a week to do a few helpful tasks for you. Right now I have 3 part-time contractors that work for me. Part of that is because of YouTube. One is a video editor, one is a marketing manager, and another person manages my communication. So my email, any questions that you guys might have. And so you can hire someone to manage your calendar, as well as think about what AI things can help you out. So there's probably a calendar app that potential clients can just use to schedule time with you. Maybe you want to hire someone to create a website for you or do a little bit of marketing, and also think about things you can outsource outside of your business. So maybe if you have someone come in and clean your house for an hour a week, that will allow you to make proportionally more money in your business. Same with childcare. You might not think about that as outsourcing, but if you are paying a babysitter a lower amount than you are charging clients, which is hopefully the case, then you are coming out ahead, right? The 5th habit is multitasking. So maybe you're going through Bookkeeper Launch and there's a bunch of audio that you want to listen to in your earbud while you're doing house chores or while you're going on a walk. And the secret to multitasking is doing something with your body and your mind. So obviously you can't do 2 things that require a lot of concentration. You have to pair the right things together. The next 1-minute habit that will save you a lot of time is hiding your phone. Or if you have a different media distraction, some people put their phone in airplane mode, which is great. Although at my daughter's back to school night, her teacher was talking about this study that they did where kids just had a phone sitting next to them or even in their backpack, and it was significantly more distracting than if the phone was in another room. So I've kind of taken that to heart and tried to get my phone kind of out of the office. Sometimes it is annoying because when you log into QuickBooks, you have to do the 2-factor authentication. So you have to get your, code off your phone. And just a quick personal story, this point actually factors into the very reason that I became a bookkeeper. So I quit my full-time job when I had my daughter, and then when she was 1, I was just kind of like analyzing my time. And yes, moms of toddlers are very busy. There's a lot of tasks to do, but I did find a lot of time to watch Netflix or to watch YouTube. So I think I was doing it like while she was napping or at night, or sometimes if I was doing stuff around the house, I would have like a show on my phone where she couldn't see it and I would just be listening to it. So my point is, I kind of thought that I did not have time to become a bookkeeper, but then I realized I was just lacking like the discipline and the motivation to use my time as wisely as possible. So once I realized that and set some concrete goals for myself, it was easier to avoid those distractions. I just watched a YouTube video where this guy says he goes in cinema mode. I'm not sure if that's from a book, but I'll link his video down below. Meaning like when you go to a movie, you are planning to sit there for 2 hours and not do anything else except for watch the movie. So before he sits down at his desk, he makes sure he has done any stretches he needs to do. He uses the restroom, he grabs a snack or a water bottle, your earbuds, whatever you need to be at your desk. Turn off your phone notifications and set a timer for a 2-hour block.